Hi, katzcradul here. As you can tell, the title of this video is Rethinking Laundry Soap Again. This will be my third video talking about laundry soap, with good reason, I think. In the first video, I showed you how to make liquid laundry soap, and I mixed it up in a big 5-gallon bucket, and that worked really well, except that I decided that I wanted to try making a powdered laundry detergent. I thought it'd be less messy and take up a lot less room and be a lot less difficult to mix up. And I've been doing that for about a year now, and I really like it much better. Today I've mixed up a batch that I hope will last me about 6 months. All total, I graded up about 4 bars of the Fell's Naphtha soap, and although this isn't about how to mix up the recipe, I'll post the links below so that you can go check out both videos, the one on how to make the liquid laundry soap and how to make the powdered laundry soap. This video is about something different. It's about a couple of things that I've learned, and I think it's only right to share those with you, because if I decide to make a change, I mean, if you're following my other videos and I decide to make a change, I feel like I really need to tell you about those. So here's a couple of things I've learned. Today I set my project up on the floor in my dining room. You will note I'm close to a vent for my heating and air conditioning, and I made sure that that would not come on so that it would not blow any of my product around. But I have mixed this up previously in my kitchen, and no matter how careful I try to be, some of these powdered ingredients end up being scattered on my kitchen counter, and they get on my canisters and on other equipment in the kitchen, and I just don't like that. And it's a challenge to try to clean it up. You can imagine when you wipe up these ingredients with a damp towel, sometimes they just get slick and smears it around, and you have to wipe and wipe. So I've decided to set it up on the floor. Ideally, I probably should do this outside, but it's just too cold. Next time I probably will set it up on my patio table, run an extension cord to my blender, and mix it up that way. But today, the dining room floor is going to work just perfectly. So I get all my ingredients out, and I have set them down, and I get my big Ninja blender down there. And of course I have already pre-grated the soap to make it easier to mix up. And this was a real advantage today. One of the things that happens, no matter how careful I'm trying to be, is that I end up getting a little bit of the powder, and you can see it here on the floor. But I'm going to be able to run my little dustbuster vacuum and just vacuum that right up and not have to worry about it being on my kitchen counter. So that was a real plus. I store a lot of product to make my own laundry detergent. And when I say a lot, I really mean it. Boxes and boxes of both the borax and the super washing powder. And I've learned something. There are better places to store it than others. I have stored a lot of it in my laundry room, and I have found that the washing soda does tend to clump up if there's any moisture whatsoever in the air, and I guess there must be some in my laundry room. The climate isn't perfectly controlled in there because there's no ductwork in there. So when it's cold, it's really cold. When it's hot, it's really hot. I have stored other boxes of both the washing soda and the borax under Prepper A's bed, and that has stayed very loose and very granulated. But I have found that, in fact, this is a new box that I opened today of the super washing soda, that it is clumped. Now I have been able to use a sharp knife and break it up fairly easily, so maybe I have found it in time. This has been stored in there probably about 2 years, but I'm going to get it out of there. And whether we put the rest of it under her bed or under somebody else's bed, you know, remains to be seen. I'm not sure how much room I have. But you know, I've told you about storing food in cardboard boxes like crackers and that kind of thing, that you really need to get them out of there, or cornstarch sometimes comes in a cardboard box. Any food, I recommend you really get out of a cardboard box, because of course I know that it absorbs moisture. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that when it came to these ingredients that I use in making my laundry soap. The ideal thing would be to think of these components of the laundry detergent like you do other things you're going to store long term. And that would be to get them out of the cardboard boxes. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is get a couple of buckets and pull out all of the washing soda and all of the borax and take them out of, pour them out of the cardboard boxes into 5-gallon buckets, because I just don't know what another 2 years of being exposed to ambient moisture will do to these products. It may make them very difficult to chip up and break up and to pour into the blender. So I think I'm going to save myself any grief that may lie down the road and just go ahead and get these in 5-gallon buckets. It's just never really a good idea to store anything in a cardboard box. So anyway, I hope these 2 ideas have helped. Find a place other than your kitchen to mix up this detergent. Find a place that's much easier to clean than your kitchen cabinets or your kitchen counter, and get your product out of cardboard boxes. So I hope this helps, and until next time, this is Cat's Cradle.